Dord was an amazing guy. He had the ability to almost see into the future. He could tell you things about you that you just didn't realize anyone knew. But he could tell you if an art was going to appreciate and value. I was very fortunate to meet Dord Fitz in the fall of 1967 in Spearman, Texas. I had gone to a free lecture and he had introduced the speaker, Jose Silva. And Dord walked out during the break and he said, you have a creative ability, you need to take art lessons. And I said, well, you need to buy a new Ford, because I had a Ford dealership in Booker, Texas.
The man was an artist, an art teacher, an art dealer, an art educator. He was instrumental in persuading those who had means that Amarillo should have a museum of fine art. Curator Alex Gregory is opening the museum vault.
Well, I think what he was, the catalog in the exhibition that we had was called The Broadcast is Always On, and he had these ideas of this communication, this cosmic communication system that he was tuned into, that creative energy that was just beaming from space constantly.
Dord Fitz moved into the abstract, but he wasn't always so.
This is a watercolor that he did on the hood of a 1968 LTD on my showroom floor in Booker, Texas, at my Ford dealership. And he did that in 20 minutes, and I asked him, I said, how much are those? And he said, $100, so now it's mine.
Rick Farley of Red Gallery met Fitz out of college. He shows us Fitz's old house and gallery on Polk.
He's got, his gallery down below his studio and his living space. It was just, this was how to live as an artist.
But I think his whole idea was nurturing that artistic community, and so the artists were coming in from New York, like Louise Nevelson and Lane de Kooning, coming into New York to teach. And so they had all of these students, people from the Panhandle region.
Through the 50s up until the 80s, there was some really great art history being made in town.
But maybe Dord Fitz's greatest impact was made on his students.
Because he felt if you had a strong ego, you would stop creating, you'd just repeat yourself over and over with your success. So I was real proud of that big painting. It took two guys to help me carry it up the stairs to his studio. And I set it up on the easel and he could see I was all pumped up. And he looked at it and he looked at me and he said, Lord, maybe we can fix it. And so, it turned out all right, but he wanted to always let me know, stay humble.
Celebrating the Panhandle spirit, Larry Lemmons.